House believes that the U.S. should continue its nation-building efforts after it has left Afghanistan military. We now call upon the first speaker. Okay, ahí tengo 5 speakers. Aquí son los 3. Thank you very much. We now welcome the first speaker of the opposition. Primeros están allá y terceros están acá. Si podemos hacer el cambio. Ahora sí, we now welcome the first speaker of the proposition to open this debate.
Okay, so to give a little bit of context, the U.S. and Afghanistan have been related for many years now. And even though the United States involvement started with a center militarization purpose, across the years, this first world country has been providing aid in many ways to Afghanistan. The United States is part of a coalition of more than 100 countries and organizations that provide both security and civilian assistance to Afghanistan. The United States and more than 30 other nations provide financial support to the ANDSM. Now, our first argument is about nation building. We think that the U.S. intervention serves very good as well for investments inside Afghanistan in order to improve the country's condition in many aspects. This is to invest in Afghanistan to improve the quality of life of Afghans and improve the relationship between both countries and thus open doors in the future. This has helped most of the population thanks to the fact that due to the amount of money invested, it has improved the quality of life of Afghans and has rebuilt the country. This has had a reach that the U.S. government spent more than $500 million on assistance and development programs in Afghanistan. Thanks to this amount of money, many teachers, doctors, and engineers have improved their quality of life. Now, our second argument is peacekeeping. Another reason we think that the U.S. should continue its intervention is because this maintains a close relation between both countries, which leads to peace. In order to strengthen Afghanistan's capabilities as a U.S. partner and to improve the lives of the Afghan people, the U.S. continues to invest resources to help Afghanistan improve their security, governance, institution, and economy. They focus their development assistance on promoting peace, self-reliance, and stability. The Afghan government and society can rely on a powerful first world country as their ally and as their investors. The reach that this has had is that the United States provides support for Afghan civil society, promotes increased respect for human rights, helps to fight the illegal trade in narcotics, and continues to provide significant humanitarian support, just a few to mention.
Thank you very much. We now ask the third speaker of the opposition to start the cross-examination towards the first speaker. You can do it in your seat. You don't have to sit down. Whenever you say your first word, that's when we'll start with you.
You previously mentioned that the U.S. has provided aid. In what way has the U.S. provided more security to Afghanistan?
Okay, so the U.S. Do I have to stand up? No. So the U.S. has put like their military.
In which way you can ensure that the military can improve the conditions?
Because what they are like asking for, no, not what they're asking for. Like what they want is to have them as an ally. So they need them to be secure, and they need to have like a powerful military team, I guess.
Do you have any statistics that prove that that's been improved over the years?
Yeah. The United States has approximately 14,000 troops in Afghanistan engaged in two missions. The counter-terrorism and the participation in RSM U.S. troops in Afghanistan. So basically they have maintained military pressure on the Taliban to reduce their battlefield gains and provide leverage.
When they leave, what is going to happen with those security? You say that they are helping with the security. What is going to happen when they leave?
Who lives? The Okay, so the Afghans have been prepared, because also they've been preparing
In which
Afghan
way
people.
have we been prepared? Specifically?
I mean, they've been giving him like, I mean, they've been giving them like some sort of course to prepare them for war.
Is it
So,
enough?
Fine. Thank you very much. We now ask the first speaker of the opposition to open their case.
Okay, according to our motion, this House believes that the U.S. should not continue its nation-building efforts after it has left Afghanistan militarily. As the other team did not define nation-building, is the development of a nation, especially one that has recently become independent. Although nation-building seems like a good idea at first, they usually end up in violence and negative socio-economic and political effects. Almost every country that has state-building has been tried. It has only been fueling war, conflict, and violence. For example, Iraq and Iran. A country's sovereignty is crucial for society's development. It not only has effects politically and economically, but socially. This democratization of the countries ultimately submits its national resources to the trade and international market, being the main goal for the United States. Also, the U.S. wants to take advantage of Afghanistan's geological position since it is close to China, Pakistan, Russia, and India, meaning that the U.S. is being allowed to closely monitor all its nuclear power and benefit itself with its oil resources. And in regards to your argument about nation building, it strikes me that you said it was something good instead of actually thinking about all the repercussions that Afghanistan is suffering in the present.
Thank you very much. We now ask the first speaker of the proposition to start the cross-examination towards the first speaker.
Well, you mentioned a lot of problems that have been happening in Afghanistan, but for example, what could you tell us about the other repercussions that are happening right now?
About education, like all the United States is saying that education is being better in Afghanistan, when it's not. All the pages that are saying that in the United States, but the UNICEF is a global institution, is saying that it's not making it better. Also, repercussions in politics, like the Taliban, is now making more wars. It's the largest war for the United States.
So, do you have any data that kind of proves to me that if the U.S. leaves Afghanistan, the Taliban would keep calm or would stop doing their terrorist attacks?
Maybe not. We cannot prove that because it hasn't happened. And maybe, but the one thing that it's making USA is that it's making everyone seem like it's a terrorist when it's not. So they didn't make it a chance to let them make their nation.
So, you just said that the U.S. is thinking everyone is a terrorist when they're not. Is there some sort of fact that proves me that the U.S. thinks this of the Afghanistan population?
Yeah, I mean, you've seen Trump's whole stuff here saying about Afghanistan and this war.
Do you have any citation?
Yeah, let's make it in Twitter.
Sure. So, another thing you mentioned, the geographical advantage. Do you have any sort of fact about the exports and outports of the U.S. from that country?
All this stuff that happened with nuclear weapons, and USA wants to make it like an advantage to have everything in weapons. And if it was Afghanistan, it's going to happen because it's close to everything.
Okay. So, another thing you mentioned was comparison with Iraq or other countries that have been in this situation. What can you tell me about those countries?
Well, I'm going to give you all these about countries that USA has been involved and they live in wars.
In what way has they been involved?
Economic. They make it in economic and in part in military. Like Iran, Iraq, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Haiti, Panama.
And what has happened in
Cambodia.
those countries?
They did not get a democracy. They just give it worse.
Right now they do not have a democracy?
All of them not.
Time. Thank you. We now ask the second speaker of the proposition to continue with their case. Whenever you say your first word, the time will start running.
Okay, so we are going to talk about education, because education is the main point. It's one of the best ways of avoiding problems. And we aim for a better education because we are in favor of the support of Afghanistan, because it provides the country's core resources and equipment, and equip them with education, professional development, training, and basically we can divide this point in three main points. One is the objective, the impact, and the reach. The objective is to offer a better humanitarian organization, but we won't say this.
Okay.
Right. Thank
Okay.
you very much. We now ask the first speaker of the opposition to start the cross-examination towards the second speaker.
First of all, can you be honest in numbers? Can you give me the data that a lot of people are studying?
Okay. Since 2018, USA printed and distributed more than 170 million textbooks to schools. USA trained more than around 500,000 teachers. USA enrolled over 3 million Afghan girls in community-based education classes.
And you did not mention any of problems or flaws that it has. It seems like that lack of information is being avoided to prove a point. So you are not like showing the full picture.
Okay. Basically, we are saying that the USA has recovered data that is establishing is saying that the US has a label of educational progress.
And I think your data is coming from an American source, right?
No, it's
From
a
what source?
humanitarian organization.
What was the source? USA.
USA.
That is from the United States. And now, the one we're going to give you is about UNICEF. If you don't know what it is, it's a global institution. Okay? We're saying that even though they didn't think that they have been making advances in education, it has been devastated by more than 3 times. And it's also has been 3 decades of sustained conflict.
Well, the data proves that the teachers are more well prepared, and it's basically the data is from the Afghan Ministry of Education of 2018.
I'm confused, you said before that was from USA.
Yeah, it's part also of the data recovery.
Okay, can you tell me about girls studying girls' education?
Okay, USA supported the establishment of around 8,000.
Time. Thank you very much. We now welcome the second speaker of the opposition to continue with their case. Whenever you say your first word, the time will start running.
Our third argument is based on a quote by Astrid Sturke, a political scientist that focuses on the social, political, and humanitarian consequences of violent conflict and strategies of response. In a nationalist perspective, extreme dependence undermines the legitimacy of the government and may be an easy target for genuine and manipulated protests. This means that the government dependence on another makes it look weak and useless because they aren't able to keep control over their own population. When they first arrived, the US troops provided peace and stability, but once they started backing back up, people will be scared again. You said previously that they have been prepared with the Afghanistan military and police, but will it be enough to keep that stability after they're gone? Economic assistance has helped get started all of the state-building projects that in fact would help the citizens. But if almost all Afghanistan's income comes from another country, mainly the US, how are they going to keep funding all the projects once they are gone? Instead of giving them the money to build something that will cost them even more, help them make their own income so that they can maintain the projects on their own. Instead of favoring imported capacity, lower the pace and build a steady local capacity that would benefit them even more in the long run. Instead of making an abrupt change in a compressed period of time and solving immediate problems, they should be placing more focus on how Afghanistan is going to become an independent nation. The reason they are not doing this is because they are actually taking advantage of their dependence and are able to manipulate them into giving them what they want in exchange of their help. For example, there is a project called Trans-Afghan Pipeline that is a project that helps transport uranium from a very large deposit, and its exploit would be extremely beneficial for the US. That maybe it would help all the money that the US is losing, helping, they are gaining it back.
Thank you very much. We now ask the first speaker of the proposition to start the cross-examination towards the second speaker.
Okay, so you mentioned a lot about taking advantage of Afghanistan Afghanistan and being like Afghanistan being like an easy target for the United States, but I don't think you have like, you have like any real data or statistics that can tell me that they are taking advantage, like proofs that they are taking advantage.
Ever since the United States Geological Survey study a decade ago, it identified deposits there estimated to have a potential value of as much as 1 trillion. Both Afghan and foreign officials have attributed their reserves as a likely key to economic independence for Afghanistan.
Yeah, but you're telling me about like your own conclusions because you're talking me about facts, but you just mentioned like you talk about your uranium, right?
Okay.
And you said that it would be beneficial, but you're not giving me any facts. You're just saying like your own conclusions. And
The uranium deposit is calculated to be worth $1 trillion. Okay? Since they arrived, the deposit has been lowering its price, its cost, because it has been taken out. Like the project that runs Afghan pipeline is to transport uranium from the deposit to another one. So to a specific point, basically. So why would they keep going if they previously canceled?
What organization took it out? The transport thing. What organization was it? I don't.
Time. Thank you very much. We now ask the third speaker of the proposition to close their bench. Whenever you say your first word, that's almost right.
Oh, well, now, concluding, our conclusion is that we should be in favor of the United States continuing to support Afghanistan, as this has brought many good things to both countries and has helped Afghanistan a lot to grow as a country since they have grown both in their education and relationship with our countries. Well, and the thing is, well, this team, the team against this mentioned that there were like many flaws inside the thing. The real thing is that there will be always flaws. There will be always some sort of, I don't know, taking advantage from the country that's doing this. But the facts that we provided show that Afghanistan is actually getting better. And we can say that by just saying that 13 years ago, the U.S. University of Afghanistan was founded, and this has helped a lot of people, as we said. Women are now more involved in education, and of course, well, we did cover education, as you complained at the first interrogation. And well, the thing is that we think that the team against just provided more their conclusions than the straight facts. They did provide some things as the uranium, well, the uranium they had in the country, but the thing is there was no actual facts of what transportation systems they use, or even if the United States takes this uranium. The thing is, it is very worthy, but you didn't tell me whether it's, well, taken by the United States or not. And, well, also about the UNICEF, you told us a little bit of facts, but not numbers. And the thing is, without numbers, we cannot be very certain about the kind of population that is being affected. And the thing is, we did show numbers. We showed how many women are being helped, we showed how many children are being helped, and we showed how many projects are being done. And, well, we think in conclusion that we have gathered enough facts to prove that there have been more benefits than, well, aggression to the country itself. And the thing is, it may need to develop by itself, but it cannot do it alone. So it does need a push. That's our conclusion.
Thank you very much. We now welcome the third speaker of the opposition to close this debate.
As we mentioned earlier, this House believes that the U.S. shouldn't continue its nation-building efforts after it has left Afghanistan militarily. Throughout the debate, we have exposed different arguments that support this idea. First of all, we established that the concept of state building in this situation is having some negative effects, creating different problems. It has been proved that most of the countries where this has been being tried ends up being fueled by war, conflict, and violence, taking the country's sovereignty away, which is extremely crucial for society's development. Inconsistency in the government and interference from other nations affect the sense of identity of the population and also affect the senses of nationality and the culture of actual nation, without mattering the name. These types of repercussions in the people from Afghanistan could lead to inner conflicts. Our opposing team said that the US has provided better education, but they never mentioned any problems or flaws that they have had. This only seems as the information was being avoided only to prove a point. This means that they are evading information, not allowing the real situation to be seen. As we mentioned before, the UNICEF has another statistics. They also mentioned that the quality of life has been improved by assistance and the basic necessities. But why can't you assure that those necessities are being fulfilled and in decent conditions? Since they weren't able to give full updated data, and most of their information was based on American organization, which again questions the transparency of their argument. Also, how can you say that the quality of life has been improved if there are almost 2.5 million registered refugees from Afghanistan? They comprise the largest protected refugee population in Asia and the second largest refugee population in the world. In conclusion, we can firmly establish that the US has brought more chaos than order. Without the US complete withdrawal, they will only be convicting themselves to an endless war.
Thank you very much. Sí, si quieren, o sea, el debate, cuando quieres apoyar al compañero, pues...